wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something that can calm down.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They go play action here on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
On first down, it's Butler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try the left side. Butler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Rolling to his right. Finding room to the 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. Reagor with it. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. This is incomplete. Boy, a cure. Decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on downs.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Butler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
And again this time to the tailback. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. This ball complete to Rager. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Rager catches it left side. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 43-yard line.
try the right side here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Again, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and...
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
They'll try and throw for it here. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over.
On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Now quickly finding Reagor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets us up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot run a 3. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because they don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Second and 9 now. He'll fire deep for Rager. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll try the left side. Butler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
They'll try the left side. It's Butler. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll roll him out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
16 yards, a first down.
At the 29-yard line.
Back to throw here. Now the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 31-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 16 yards, a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Rams nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Seahawks 28, Rams nothing.
Rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just
and nothing but daylight ahead. 20 and all the way in. Touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 76 yards, and this offense is running away with this one.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The throw over the middle, taken in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll set up a throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are in for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll fire deep for Rager.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Some time right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Back to throw again. Escapes the sack. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
10-10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
He's going to